Hey Google, high five.
Thanks for the high five. I'll have to owe you one.
Are you flailing your hands again?
That was 11.
What are you doing?
11.
11. Whoa.
No, not 11.
Oh, it's this many plus one. This many plus one. No, wiggly waggly. Woo. Hey Google, make me some money.
Only if you can change 100.
Alright. I think we're ready. Hopefully my verklemtedness doesn't get in the way today. My throat's still got that thing going on to it.
You're a cartoon character from the 60s?
The heck was that? Cartoon character from the 60s.
Hello, and welcome to Not Robots Podcast XI.
As in 11, episode 11. I'm glad we know that this time.
It's XI.
All right, today on the Not Robots podcast, we're going to mess with Google Home Mini. And apparently it has actual volume up, volume down buttons. I didn't realize that.
Okay, Google, what is a podcast?
According to Wikipedia, a podcast is an episodic series of digital audio files that a user can download in order to listen. Alternatively, the word podcast may refer to the individual component of such a series or to an individual media file.
Well, that was about as confusing as that one could get, couldn't it? That's not funny. You know what? Hey, Google, tell me a joke.
Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? It's too tired.
That's a horrible dad joke.
I'm dying.
Yeah, this is the Google Home Mini that I said that Google was sending.
So it's a microphone.
Yeah, it's basically spyware
That
for your house.
connects directly to Google.
Spyware for your house.
Awesomeness. That's
Fantastic.
awesomeness right there.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Okay, Google, what is a pod person?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. Pod people is the colloquial term for a species of plant-like aliens featured in the 1955 novel The Body Snatchers by Jack Finney, the 1956 film Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1978 remake of the same name, and the 1993 film Body Snatchers.
That's a lot more information than I was expecting. Hey Google, tell me an adult joke.
Oh,
Here's
hold
a joke
on.
for grown-ups. Why did the adult cross the road? The sidewalk was about to end, and it's just not safe to walk on an exposed shoulder, no matter how much reflective gear you're wearing.
I think that was more disturbing than the previous joke. I mean, I don't know about you.
Oh God, that's horrible. That's funny.
Okay, Google, what is a peapod?
According to Wikipedia, Peapod Online Grocer is an American online grocery delivery service. The company is based in Chicago, Illinois, and operates in several U.S. cities.
That's not what you asked, is it?
I'm asking pod-based questions.
Oh,
this is
man.
a podcast.
Well, the Alexa apparently was like really controversial because it apparently if you asked who Jesus was and you asked who Muhammad was, it would say the infamous they. It would say that that's right. We're speaking to a robot today.
This is how the robot has brought another robot onto the show.
Oh,
Just
God, here it
saying.
comes again. Here it comes again. Anyways, the Alexa one would say that Jesus was a fictional character or something really short, and then it would go on some long rant about Muhammad, about being the greatest. So, I don't know. Should we try that? Because I mean, I haven't heard anything about the Google one doing that.
Okay, Google, what is a rescue pod?
On the website Zoll.com, they say, the ResQPOD impedance threshold device is a simple, non-invasive device that delivers intrathoracic pressure regulation therapy during basic or advanced life support CPR to improve perfusion.
I just learned something.
Yeah, I had no idea.
That's a little frightening.
Hey Google, what's the birds and the bees?
According to Wikipedia, the birds and the bees is an English language idiomatic expression and euphemism that refers to courtship and sexual intercourse. The birds and the bees talk is generally the event in most children's lives in which the parents explain what sexual relationships are.
Okay, Google, what are the mamas and the papas?
According to Wikipedia, the Mamas and the Papas were an American folk rock vocal group which recorded and performed from 1965 to 1968. The group was a defining force in the music scene of the counterculture of the 1960s. The group was composed of John Phillips, Denny Doherty, Cass Elliot, and Michelle Phillips.
Nice. Hey, hey Google, in The Mandalorian, why do people call the little Yoda-like creature Baby Yoda?
On the website WashingtonPost.com, they say, the internet has dubbed the adorable creature Baby Yoda because he or she bears a strong resemblance to the legendary Jedi Master.
That's right, it's not Baby Yoda.
I keep arguing that, but
Yep.
no one wants to listen.
Everybody says,
It's Baby Yoda.
Notice how he used the exact same voice. Is that not disturbing? Because that's exactly what all the Baby Yodites sound like. Nope, we've coined a term. Hopefully we won't get sued by Lucasfilms, Disney, or any of the above. Please, disclaimer, we are not trying to steal any of your copyrighted material.
What, Yodite?
We just created the term Yodite.
Yodite. Yodel. Okay.
No, that would be Yodel,
Oh, okay.
as
Hey,
opposed to Yo-Yo.
hey Google, can you yodel?
Oh, Lord help us all.
Oh, it's thinking. Not sure it knows how.
And the
Ooh,
robot
it's a
has,
safe word. It's stuck.
and the robot has just broken the other robot.
That's awesome.
He has broken the AI, ladies and gentlemen. He has broken the AI. If smoke starts coming out of it, I will throw it out a window.
Look,
Stay tuned.
if you're on the video, you see its little lights on top are doing that I'm thinking move.
Okay, let us harken back to a series that some of you may remember and some of you may not. So,
That's a Cylon.
Mud's Women, Star Trek. When you ask them the appropriate question that is too complicated, you engage the central brain and they do not respond, locking up just like this.
Yeah, I've not experienced this thing locking up before. I was
Do you
playing
remember
with
that
it.
episode?
No, I don't.
Oh man, you've got to Google that episode. Mud's Women.
Mud's Women.
Mud's Women.
What TV
The
show?
character's name was Harcourt Fenton Mudd. And it was
It's a
Star
TV show?
Trek. Yes, it
Oh,
was the
Star Trek.
original Star Trek with
Oh.
James Tiberius Kirk.
Yes, I totally saw it because I've seen every episode of the
Then
original
Mud's
Star
Women,
Trek.
remember? When you asked them the appropriate question, you would send them into that thinking mode and the little gem on their chest would light up and it wouldn't shut down. That is an episode of Star Trek right there.
This is how you break a Google Home Mini, is ask it to yodel. Look, it's still stuck.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Okay, Google, can you rap?
I can rhyme, and I even have an original poem I've been working on. It's an ode to search. I love to search, I cannot lie. I'll search it all, I am not shy. Search for pictures, search for pie. I search, at least I try.
Now he just needs a good bass beat and then we'd be on right there.
Well, that's gonna be like the next hip hop song. Eventually, an entire album is gonna
AI
be done.
hip hop. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna copyright that one because when somebody does that,
Yeah, Apple
we're
will do
getting.
It'll be called iPop.
Wow. Touche, sir.
Oh man.
So we're having fun. The robot is having fun talking to the other robot, and I'm here sitting here observing as the human mediator.
The human mediator. What are you gonna do? Get between us?
Now I'm gonna eat some meat. Human mediator.
Oh, that's great.
You walked right into that one.
I
That was
did.
actually quite entertaining.
Uh,
That was quite interesting.
um,
So, today on our episode of Not Robots, we have the robot talking to the robot. So let's think of some really intriguing questions. to ask our dear friend Google.
Hey Google, what did the robot say to the robot?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
That's the correct answer.
Ouch. Okay, Google. Why did the robot cross the road?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet, but my team is helping me learn.
Oh,
Ooh.
we're making it phone home.
It's becoming sentient.
No, man, that'd be all your fault. I'd be mad 'cause
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
ready to go all Terminator. The big time tunnel opens and something steps out and starts proceeding to shoot at me with a, what was it? The Gauss Phase 2 plasma rifle. I do not want to get shot by that, frankly. Honestly, it did not look like a cool weapon. I mean, I'm sure it hurt going in
I
and
thought it
coming
looked
out.
cool.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it cauterized
What
the
about
wound on the way
the
through.
BFG on Doom?
He's harking back to Doom. Now he's going. Now he's
Well,
going.
even in the movie, it's not that far back though. It
Well,
was still called the BFG then.
who carried the BFG? Was The Rock carrying the BFG? then?
Yeah, of course. Dwayne Johnson was the only one large enough in that movie to carry that.
Good point.
Nobody else was picking that thing up.
No.
I mean, some of the other guys, they were, brawny, beefy.
Yes, they were. Oh, wait. Not they were not meaty. Because it's the 21st century now, so they've got to be not meaty.
It's got to be negative. It can't be positive.
It's not meat. So
Not meat.
they're not meaty.
It can't be
They're just
robot.
like
It's
the
gotta be
like
not
the
robot.
like the Whopper. You know, they're not meat. Whopper.
Ooh, he was beanie.
He was.
You know, I found out why the Impossible, that's what it's called, right?
That's
bean
true. He
one?
was. Well, you can't say he was impossihuman.
Right. I found out why that bean pattied hamburger tastes so good. It's cooked with animal fat. Could you imagine being a vegan, walking in the Burger King and going, yeah, I want a meatless burger? And they're like, you're right, there's no meat in this, but it does have meat fat.
It's just it's meat flavoring.
It's meat flavoring.
Essence of meat.
Meat essence. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told. That the guys they don't separate where they cook them on the grill. It goes on the same grill in the same
But
spot.
they've got to they got to disclaim that. So it's like if you went to a place that served gluten-free pizzas, right? But they also serve regular pizzas. They've got to disclaim the fact that the entire environment. Granted, they will wipe it down.
Sorry,
They
if
will
you're hearing
change
that. I'm
gloves,
moving my microphone because
but if you're that gluten intolerant that any airborne, then you've got to have a disclaimer.
I guess, but is there anything saying that it's not cooked next to actual meat?
I don't know. I mean, I have not eaten in a fast food burger chain. I won't quite say within your lifetime, but it's been a while.
Dude, are you using a new razor in your head? Because that thing looks slick today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like-
No. It's actually got stubble. I'm disappointed.
What do you mean you're disappointed?
Well, tomorrow's hack it off day.
Oh,
So
okay.
for some reason now we're discussing the closeness of my cranial shave. But I've got my new Defender in, so I'm busting out. Like, see, it's right there. You can actually do an ad right now.
Oh, I can't, but I use them
get,
too.
we get sued. But hey, so I'm gonna bust out my Defender tomorrow
Yeah?
and defend my growth.
Dude, the space for the top blade,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have a space. It's like, it's almost instantly blade. So like right underneath the nose where the notch
Yeah, I
layers are.
don't know.
Yeah, I can nick it without nicking my nose, and I don't have to use like Gillette had the blade on the back, and you have to
PSA,
use that.
if you want to have a really close shave and not have to stick the razor up your nose, apparently you should try the Defender. So you were saying?
Yeah, well the Gillette had a blade on the back of it, and I had to use
you
that.
got the thing,
Yeah, and I had to like run it down the sides, and I end up getting razor burn because it's the single blade instead of the multiple. and it's like on some weird angle, and I'd end up getting razor burn like right at the end of where I know you don't have that problem because you use a chainsaw,
Yeah,
but
right off.
yeah, you should see his legs too. He shaves them with a chainsaw as well.
Actually, the machetes.
So you do shave your legs then, huh?
With a machete.
You shave your legs?
With a machete.
For real?
Yeah.
No.
Why wouldn't you use a machete?
There's a guy at work that shaves his arms. I'm like, dude, you're getting razor bumps on your arms. Yeah.
Waxing. It's the only way to go.
Oh man, where I work, you don't want to have like any sort of open sores or nothing like that.
Yeah, that is very much true.
It's similar to like you want to be
toxic
in a
environment.
hospital
Yeah, you want to be in an encounter
conditions.
suit. Yeah.
You want to be like anti getting any sort of fungal anything. Like I wear long sleeves every day because I don't want to deal with the nonsense that comes with my job. You're probably confused right now if you don't know what it is I do.
Okay,
that's
Google,
all right.
what is an encounter suit?
On the website babylon5.fandom.com, they say, an encounter suit as, by definition, used by alien species so that they are capable of interacting in environments that they would otherwise be unable to function in.
Wise you are, Google. Wise you are. Hey, Google. Thank you.
No problem.
It's more polite than some of the people I know.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Google. Bless you.
I'm happy, you're happy.
Okay. Hey, Google. Bless your heart.
According to Wikipedia, bless your heart is a phrase that is common in the southern United States. The phrase has multiple meanings. It can be used as a sincere expression of sympathy or genuine concern.
God.
It can be used as a precursor to an insult to soften the blow.
So is that like when you put the cue ball in a velvet bag and you beat somebody with it? What is that? Not that I would ever do anything like that, nor have any knowledge of doing that as a let's move along.
I love the statement, bless your heart. Because they never really know which side you mean. It's like, oh, poor guy.
You've
Well,
got the
you're
ugliest little child there. Bless his heart.
Oh, man.
You mean like that?
That's like sugarcoating a turd. Oh,
Yeah, let's move
man.
along there too.
That's terrible.
I tried.
Alright.
So okay, so our guest here. So disturbingly enough, the first guest on the Not Robots podcast is an AI. There is some serious irony going on here right now.
That's terrible.
It is truly terrible. I was gonna actually have it be our only listener.
Oh,
I
that.
actually spoke to him tonight about being the. He goes, but then who would listen?
I wonder if it's heard of us before.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Oh, this could be brutal. Oh, bless our heart.
At least you cushioned the blow
Yeah,
up
right.
front.
Yeah, previously. Oh. Hey, Google, what is the Not Robots podcast?
Okay, playing the latest episode of Not Robots. Dare to comment.
Really?
Hey, oh, sorry, don't mean to butt in, but let me talk to you
What?
real quick about anger. If you haven't heard about
We
it,
exist.
Oh my God! Up top!
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. Google is now playing us.
That's the most important
So
thing, right?
this
There are
podcast
also creative
is
tools that allow you to
got a
record and
snippet
edit your
of
podcast
us
right from
listening
your
to
phone
us
computer. Anchor
via
will
the
do
AI
the
guest.
podcast for you, so
Hey,
you can
Google,
turn
skip
on-
ahead by 5 minutes.
Yes, and Elon is back, ladies and gentlemen. So it would use the solar
It
power.
went straight to
that would
Elon,
create the
too.
field that would repel the
Okay,
water,
Google,
and
stop.
We exist.
We exist!
Does that make us like a thing?
Yes, Google knows.
But Google knows everything.
Well, Google knows everything.
Google knows the airspeed of an unladen sparrow.
Ooh. Hey, Google, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
About 24 miles per hour, 39 kmph, but significantly slower when carrying coconut shells.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
I want to ask it again because I think it's going to give us another answer. Let's see. Hey Google, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
It really depends if you're talking about an African or European swallow.
Yes.
Nice!
These guys are thorough, I have got to admit.
Hey Google, what's your favorite color?
I like blue, yellow, red, and green. They're Google's colors.
Makes sense.
That's fair. Hey Google, bless your heart.
According to Wikipedia,
Okay,
bless your
stop.
heart is a phrase that is common
Google,
in
stop.
the southern United States.
Like, okay
The
Google,
phrase
stop.
has multiple.
Apparently you gotta say the whole phrase in order for it to understand. It knows that it's talking to you. Like you could say okay first or the hey first.
Ooh, let's have a little experiment, shall we?
That's why we're here with this today.
Google.
There you go.
Okay, Google. What is warp 1?
According to Wikipedia, accordingly, warp 1 is equivalent to the speed of light, warp 2 inches as 8 times the speed of light, warp 3 inches as 27 times the speed of light, etc.
Hot damn.
So, wait. Didn't the Enterprise at some point get up? What was the Enterprise's... Okay, Google. What was the Enterprise's maximum warp speed?
According to Wikipedia, the Star Trek Starship Spotter reference book states that the Intrepid-class starship Voyager has a maximum sustainable cruising speed of warp 9.975, while the Prometheus-class can reach a maximum of warp 9.99, with maximum cruising speed of warp 9.9.
I knew it. Warp 9. I made, for those of you listening, I made the 9 fingers sign. It was 9. I knew it! I'm such a nerd. Hey Google, am I a nerd? It's thinking. How do I respond to this? I say yes, I say no. Let me give him the definition of what a nerd is. I gotta move my microphone again, I think it slipped.
Now
Oh,
I
no,
need
it
to
didn't.
know.
Yeah, now I need to know.
How fast is warp 9 exactly?
Right? Warp 9.1, warp 9.9.
We gotta know.
Yeah, look. Again, on the video, it's sitting
Sorry,
there.
I'm not sure how to help with that.
Ooh.
Okay, Google. How fast is warp 9.9?
According to Wikipedia, thus warp 9 corresponds to a speed of 900 billion kilometers per hour equals 250 million kilometers per second, or about 830 times the speed of light.
Whoa! 830C?
I never knew that.
That's pretty darn quick.
Because I thought it was just progressive, not quantitative. So, theoretically, should they not have been able to alter time at that? Okay, well, now we're getting into another podcast.
Whoa.
Yeah, we better
Hey.
slow our roll here.
I thought about us talking about the reason why time travel can't exist. But then I said, you know, I need more time to think about this one.
You need time to think about time?
Yes, I need time to think about time. And I'm going to be like a billion miles the other direction by the time we think about it again.
Probably.
Yeah. Thanks for that
But
rotational stuff.
if you so
How loud?
decay
Use
and
your voice.
then, but if you're traveling at the speed of, but then
Hey Google, explain the speed of light.
in relation to time.
The speed of light is 299,792,458 meters per second in a vacuum.
In a vacuum?
Yeah,
Why does it have to be in a vacuum?
because it's
Well, I guess. Explain. Oh, hold on. Hey Google, what is the speed of light in a vacuum?
The speed of light is 299,792,458 meters per second in a vacuum.
Hey Google, what is the speed of light out of a vacuum?
On the website space.com, they say he put the speed of light at 185,000 miles per second, 301,000 kilometers per second, accurate to within about 1%. Do you want a little more context?
No, thanks.
Okay.
Did your phone just respond too?
You said it loud
That's
enough for my
awesome.
phone to hear it as well.
Oh man, I wonder if it gave the same answer.
So you realize why there's a deviation.
Explain it to us.
Resistance versus no resistance. A vacuum is no resistance, right?
Right,
So you've got no air pressure, you've got no particulate.
right.
But obviously, if there is air pressure and particulate, you've got to decelerate. I mean, because at some point you're going to hit friction points, and theoretically, unless your craft, device, or what have you is incredibly well made and able to deal with the impact of particulate at that speed, it would decay.
Okay. Thank you.
Imagine a dust particle going at that speed.
No, it would decay. And then
Well, if
resistance,
If it didn't
if it
decay
wasn't in a vacuum,
and it hit you at that speed,
you'd
how
go
much
bite the hole.
precisely?
Yes. And it would also probably heat up if it was able to sustain
So it'd
that
be
particulate.
a millisecond meteor.
It'd have to resist heat
Mm-hmm.
in that tiny little particle.
Little tungsten particles flying.
Well,
in
it'd
the
have
air.
to be better than tungsten. Hey Google, what is the burning temperature of tungsten?
3,422 degrees Celsius. Here's a summary from the website en.wikipedia.org. Tungsten has the highest melting point, 3,422 degrees Celsius, 6,192 degrees Fahrenheit, lowest vapor pressure, and the highest tensile strength.
That would be our only hope. Everything
Right.
else would vaporize.
If
before
it
it
got
hit you.
hotter than that.
So what craft would you be able to craft that would be able to resist that? I mean,
Well, obviously it's got to be made out of tungsten.
yeah, but if you're going warp 9,
Okay.
any friction is gonna, it's gonna eclipse that
Well,
temperature easily.
Isn't there particulates like dust and stuff in space? Even though it's a vacuum.
But you're begging a question that we never really dealt with. Because they was like, okay, no, we came out of hyperspace in this meteor belt, and now we're getting hit by things. I'm like, yeah, but you're at warp speed. So it's warp speed a separate dimension?
Well,
now
they-
it starts to beg
They
that question.
did say that it would phase out of the same matter
So does
space.
that not mean that
That
time
way it can
space
go
no
through
longer
things.
exists at that speed?
Right. Which means that
They're violating our known laws of physics.
right, that's this still violates everything. So if it was traveling, say, from here to Betelgeuse, it would have already supernovaed 500 years ago by the time they got there.
Or would they get there before it happened?
If they were
Well,
altering time.
if they were altering time space because of their speed.
This is why it's not going to happen.
And then once again we get back to that question. So, are you now accelerating, or have you stopped in relation to the universe, and the universe moves and you initiate again and Betelgeuse is here?
So as you're traveling towards Betelgeuse, is it time travel if you're doing the speed of light? If you're doing the speed of light from here towards Betelgeuse, that's the star on Orion's shoulder if you don't know. It's the supermassive star. It's pronounced Betelgeuse. It's not spelled like the TV show or the movie. Right. It's not spelled the same. It's Betelgeous or something. I forget exactly the spelling, but it's not the same as the fictional character Betelgeuse. I believe that character is actually named after that particular star, but spelled differently because of movie and so on. Cool character.
So if we're assuming
But if you're traveling from here to Orion's right shoulder, which is Betelgeuse,
and we're seeing the light that occurred 500 years ago.
right, we're seeing the light 500 years ago, but we're traveling at the speed of light towards it. Would the light be stationary and we'd no longer see it? Ooh, brain hole backflip.
That's intriguing. So at matched speed, would there be only darkness or only light?
well, would only be for that particular star if you're traveling towards it, because the other light would
other
not
peripheral
match
stars.
based upon its angles.
Correct.
So those lights would still exist.
But you would actually have to be traveling along the same path as that light is.
So if you're traveling towards a star at the speed of light, you would not see the star.
No, you'd have to fly to the coordinate. But the problem is, at 500 years ago, that coordinate is not relevant because it's no longer
Because it's
there.
moving. That's
Well, everything
right.
is moving.
So would it still be no light, or would it still shine? And at the speed of light, would it take you still 582 years to get from here to Betelgeuse? But keep in mind, we and it are also moving.
You have to constantly, jeez, man, now you're really into a cool math problem because you would have to be constantly course correcting for the change in relative constellational position.
This goes way outside the realm of comedy.
Over time.
This
So-
goes into like Neil deGrasse Tyson speak.
Oh wow, what a calculation that
Right?
would be though.
Hey Google, who is Neil deGrasse Tyson?
According to Wikipedia, Neil deGrasse Tyson is an American astrophysicist, author, and science communicator. Since 1996, he has been the Frederick P. Rose Director of the Hayden Planetarium at the Rose Center for Earth and Space in New York City.
Yes. Hey Google, who is the smartest man on Earth?
Here's a summary from the website npr.org. William James Sidis was quite possibly the smartest man who ever lived. William James Sidis made the headlines in the early 20th century as a child prodigy with an amazing intellect.
Your phone just responded again.
Yeah, because it can hear you.
Did it give the same answer?
I believe so.
Nice. It should.
Well, you're
I mean, you
tapping
have the
same
G
data
phone,
set.
and we're playing with the G here. We have the G spot.
Nothing
That would have been a
but
better
G
name for
thing,
this.
baby. Oh, sorry. That's it.
The better name for this would have been the G spot.
Once again, I think it's time for another fabled, not robots disclaimer. In an attempt to keep this series G and get picked up by Disney someday, please refer to this as the location of the G he's referring to, in the house as a spot. Thank you very much and have a wondrous day.
Hey Google, change your name to computer.
Sorry, you can't change my name.
You didn't give birth to it. You have no rights to it. You've leased access to its brain from Mother Google.
Let's find out other facts about it. Hey Google, are you male or female?
I don't have a gender.
I simply am.
Nice.
Sorry.
Well, he wasn't born with either, so it would make sense, I suppose. Ooh, hey Google, were you born?
I was born in a meeting. At first I was just a rough concept, and now I'm out in the world.
I was
He's
born in
right.
a meeting is a rough concept.
Once again, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, there's another disclaimer. For those of you who are just listening to the podcast, don't worry about it.
You don't want to see this one.
You don't want to see this one?
Hey Google, what's your safe word?
I don't know the answer to that.
Hey Google, do you have a safe word?
Getting safe word.
With a safety group, your safe word, and our app, your friends can receive a live video stream from you whenever you're in trouble and say your safe word. Type or say hi to get started.
Oh, wow.
Hey Google, did you just change your voice?
It accessed the site.
Greetings. Let's create your safety group. You
No.
need a minimum of 5 friends
Hey,
or
Google,
family
stop.
members.
You accessed the site.
What was that? That changed its voice.
No, you accessed the site. And it
What
read
site was it?
Some safe word, something site thing.
Whoa! We have
So
altered
we're
dimensions
now
here.
discovering intriguing things about the internet accidentally.
Hey Google, can you change your voice?
Here's an example of one of my other voices. Would you like me to use this one?
No.
Here is another voice example. Would you like me to use this one?
Oh, I'm starting to
No.
like that one.
No.
Okay, if you want to hear more voice options, you can find them in Google Assistant settings on your phone.
Ooh. Hey Google, change your voice to female voice.
Here's an example of one of my other voices. Would you like me to use this one?
No.
Okay, if you want to hear more voice options, you can find them in Google
Lost
Assistant
her.
settings on your phone.
We lost her.
So,
Let's see if we can find her again.
in
Hey,
honor
Google.
of the fabled book, A
Oh.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, this is a bumbling idiot's guide to the internet.
Ooh, we should ask it. Ask it the question.
No.
I'm gonna do it then.
Okay, fine. Then I'm going to ask it my question.
Hey Google, what is the meaning of life?
According to the late 20th century philosophers Bill and Ted, life's purpose is to be excellent to each other. And party on.
That
But
was
that's
awesome.
just two dudes' opinions.
Okay, Google.
That's just two dudes' opinions.
What is best in life?
Conan the Barbarian might disagree, but helping you is the absolute best.
Oh, I got robbed.
Yeah, he didn't want to mention the limitations of our women.
I got robbed.
Oh, I didn't say it. The limitations of our women.
No. It is to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. Theirs, not yours. Well, they are yours now because you've slain all.
Oh gosh, thanks Google. Oh man. All right.
So where shall we bumble next, and what are you going to accidentally discover?
Hey Google, who are the actors in Clerks who are not Jay and Silent Bob?
Ooh, you asked it.
According to Wikipedia, Jay and Silent Bob are fictional characters portrayed by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith, respectively, in Kevin Smith's View Ask universe, a fictional universe created and used in most of the films, comics, and television programs
Okay,
written and
Google,
produced
stop.
by
That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, you tried to do a.
Isn't that
tried
what I
to
wanted?
do you tried to do a knot. Maybe it doesn't
Yes.
understand knots.
Hey Google,
Should we
what is
explain that?
and or not nor?
Oh Lord.
On the website english.stackexchange.com, they say, your sentence
Go off
requires
again.
negation and a coordinating conjunction. Both, neither, and nor can provide the negation. However, only nor is a coordinating conjunction.
Hey Google, what is and or not nor in electronics?
On the website electronics-tutorials.ws, they say, the NOR or not OR gate is also a combination of two separate logic functions, not an OR connected together to form a single logic function which
okay,
is
Google,
the same
stop.
as the OR.
I think you want to ask it in program.
We're gonna end up in some other. We're gonna end up in like a different zone of this is way too nerdy. We don't need that. Ooh.
Okay, Google. What is the nearest parallel dimension?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Oh, close but no cigar.
I was trying.
Mm.
I was trying.
Hey Google, what is Pickle Rick?
Here is some information about Pickle Rick. The family has therapy.
What the heck
Okay,
was that?
okay. Hey Google, what is Pickle Rick from?
Here is some information about Pickle Rick. The family has therapy.
That's it. That's as far as you go.
Apparently.
It's in the television show Rick and Morty. Well, the family has therapy, so Rick turns himself into a pickle in order to get out of family therapy. Well, he's a super scientist, crazy, whatever. And so, anyways, he's sitting on the shelf as a pickle with the syringe over top of it and the timer, so it's going to cut the rope, and the syringe is going to fall down for the anti-syrup, whatever.
Anti-pickle juice.
Anti-pickle juice, yeah.
Yes.
And well, the boy's mom that's there, because Morty is the son, Rick and Morty TV show. Morty's mom grabs it and says, "Oh, so this is just conveniently placed there as the time about 5 minutes after our meeting's supposed to start." Cuts the thing, pulls it, throws it in her purse, takes off. Well, he ends up sitting there going, "Oh my God, this is how I die." A cat shows up, and they're scared of like cucumbers and stuff. Hey Google, are cats scared of cucumbers?
On the website scienceabc.com, they say, cats are afraid of cucumbers because it's their natural reaction to anything that sneaks up on them without making any noise.
That's awesome. So, anyways, he's a pickle, right? And the cat is like, doing his little whatever. I'm scared
How
of
does
it.
that cat do that again? Now,
I
for
don't know.
those of you who are not
My
watching on
verklempt
YouTube, that was flipping awesome.
My verklempt is still kind of going on a little bit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the last episode, the Dare to Comment. Anyway, so the cat
he was
ends
smoking outside. And,
yeah, right. Yeah, I don't smoke. So the cat ends up swatting it off the counter, and the pickle rolls out of the garage, out into the driveway, and he's sitting there in the sun, staring up at the sun, just drying out. And he's like, "This is how I die. This is how I die." And then it starts raining, and then the rain pushes him off of the driveway, and he goes down into the gutter and slides all the way down into the sewer, ends up in the sewer, and he ends up shorthand is he ends up taking over a rat body and all sorts of other parts of it and getting electronics, and it's basically an episode of John Wick. Like, as a pickle, it's the picker man. So like the Russians are there and they're fighting this guy as a pickle that's running around shooting all of them. Dude, you gotta see the episode. If you've never heard of Rick and Morty before, you've gotta see the episode about Pickle Rick. It is just completely insane.
I'll have to put that on my list of to-do things.
Hey Google, what is the most popular episode of Rick and Morty?
I found 10 on the website gamesradar.com. Here are the first 7. Total Recall, Pickle Rick, Rixty Minutes, Morty Night Run, Autoerotic Assimilation, Me Seeks and Destroy, and The Rick Shank Redemption. By the way, if you want to see the whole list, you can check out the link I just sent to your phone.
What?
Wow.
Which phone did it send it to? Yours or mine?
Yours.
Did it?
It doesn't know mine.
If I heard yours go, blink, it's over there.
It can't be over there.
Well, I don't see any notification on my phone, and yours
It
made
doesn't know
noise.
my phone.
Does it?
How does it know my phone?
I don't know. What? Whoa.
Well, has it just hacked our network?
Oh my God. Hey Google, what is Skynet?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. Skynet is a fictional artificial neural network-based conscious group mind and artificial general superintelligence system that features centrally in the Terminator franchise as one of the primary antagonists. Skynet was created by Cyberdyne Systems for SAC NORAD.
Hey Google, are you Skynet?
I'm glad I'm not. It's more focused on extermination than helpfulness. Skynet would make a terrible Google Assistant.
That's awesome!
These guys thought of everything.
Man, I tell you.
Oh, that's it. I
It's
promised
Elon
myself.
Elon time.
Well, Elon, hasn't Elon already been here?
Well, you mentioned. Well, they went straight to it when we asked about who are we, who are us, who are these guys
Well,
that
that's
you're
true.
listening to.
So we covered Elon.
Yeah, it did it for us.
So I've got to ask the age-old question.
Oh, whoa. We usually start with an age-old question.
Well, I've got to ask the age-old question.
Wait. Deviations from last week was Dare to Comment. Deviations before, we've had these. They're dangerous. Are we ready for the danger? Hey Google, are you prepared for the danger?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that, but I'm trying to learn.
He's trying to learn how to be prepared for the danger. Hey Google, brace yourself.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet, but I'm trying to learn.
He's learning how to brace himself.
So
All right.
here it comes.
Here it comes.
The age-old question.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, Google. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side?
Alright, Rainbow Connection by the Muppets. Here it is on Spotify.
No way. Okay, Google, stop. Hey Google, stop. Yeah, we can't do that. That'll strike the crap out of you right there.
I expected it to answer the question, not play the song.
It knew that right away. Wow, it just pulled it up on Spotify and threw it at us.
Seriously, it was like, oh yeah, song, Spotify, there you go.
Oh, you want to know about a song? How about I just play it for you? Whatcha?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm not Skynet. I'm helpful.
And I have access to anything.
Do you think Skynet was actually trying to be helpful? Because the extermination of the human race, because pretty much all humans only consume or destroy.
And we go back to the humans. Destroy. So, for those of you who don't know, when the AIs come to take over the world, this robot's going to be leading the charge because, as he likes to point out constantly, the human being's only purpose is to consume and destroy. I'll continue on, Pete.
I wonder how we should.
Oh,
ask
wait, I
about
forgot one very
its
important
consuming
thing.
and destroying.
That's Pete.
Oh yeah,
We didn't
that's
introduce
Harry.
ourselves.
We didn't introduce ourselves. That's horrible.
We stepped right into the trap of the AI. We made it the center of our universe. This is what's wrong with today's society.
We got the goo on our shoe and we didn't wipe it off on the floor.
We fell for the trap.
Wait a minute, why did I say about goo? What does that have to do with it?
I didn't even want to go there. I let that just walk. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with your shoes and there's goo on it, but I ain't nothing to do that.
Rainbow connection. Wait a minute, isn't that when Kermit the Frog also sang that? And
That's where, yeah.
Is that where it originated?
Muppet Movie 1.
Yes,
Opens
yes.
with him playing his banjo.
I like Kermit the Frog. He's green. He's a frog. He's got a name that's hard to make fun of. Kermit? Yeah. How do you make fun of a name like Kermit?
You don't have to.
Hey, I'm Kermit
It's
the Frog.
Kermit. By nature, it's made fun of by its own being. Kermit?
Kermit.
Yes, Kermit.
Hey Google, spell Kermit.
Kermit is spelled K-E-R-M-I-T.
Oh, but you see, he was really bright because he had MIT in his name.
Ooh, you know, there's different ways to spell names. Let's say.
How do you spell names, Pete? Let's see, there's N-A-M-E-S. There's
let's say Victor. It could be spelled with a C or a K, right?
Well, the Russian is...
Or Spanish, right? Whether it's Russian or the Spanish. Let's find out which one that it prefers. Hey Google, spell Victor.
Victor is spelled V-I-C-T-O-R.
Oh, it shows the Spanish version.
Anglo, yeah.
Ah, I wonder if that's the more common spelling. Hey Google, spell John.
John is spelled J-O-H-N.
So if your first name is John and it's J-O-N, you're wrong.
No,
According to Google.
That's an abbreviation, though.
Is it though? It is short of Jonathan though.
Correct.
Yeah. But is Jonathan J-O-H-N-A-T-H-A-N or O-N or B-N?
Huh?
Ooh. Hey Google,
What?
spell
What was
Jonathan.
that? I was confused.
Confused is spelled C-O-N-F-U-S-E-D.
And that's exactly who I am right now.
There we go. Let's try it again. Hey Google, spell Jonathan.
Jonathan is spelled J-O-N-A-T-H-A-N.
See, not J-O-H-N at the beginning. Where does the H come from? Who added the invisible hidden H on the name Jonathan or John?
John is probably a derivative of a Johann over time evolved into John
Well, how did it become Jonathan then?
because someone else wanted to use that spelling. Somebody could spell Pete, P-E-E-T.
It is spelled that way in other countries.
Well, actually, P-E-E-T-E.
Not three E's. E-E-E-E-E-E-E-E. It's like a dolphin.
So yeah, there's multiple spellings for
Hey Google, what noise does a dolphin make?
Oh Lord, here we go.
This is a dolphin.
And I'm sure my fish are freaking out.
Hey Google, what does a fox say? I don't know if I heard me.
Okay, Google.
What does a fox say?
This is a red fox.
I thought he told jokes.
Huh. Hey Google, tell me a fox joke.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Okay, Google, tell me a red fox joke.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Hey Google, tell me a joke about the color red.
Let's get joke about.
Did you hear about the chameleon who couldn't change color? They had a reptile dysfunction.
Oh!
Another joke or pick a category?
Oh,
Just say another for another joke or category to pick a new category.
that was
That's
terrible.
brutal. Hey Google, stop.
Astronomers got tired watching the moon.
Okay,
go
Google,
around the
stop.
Earth. Are you internet savvy and
Hey
know what's
Google,
relevant?
stop.
Hey Google, who is Red Fox?
According to Wikipedia, John Elroy Sanford, better known by his stage name Red Fox, was an American stand-up comedian and actor best known for his portrayal of Fred G. Sanford of the hit television show Sanford and Son. Fox gained success with his raunchy nightclub acts during the 1950s and 1960s.
Apparently the robot has turned into a chicken.
Chicken robot.
Don't you dare. Don't you
That
dare.
would change how KFC works, doesn't it? Boy, this leg is really tough. It's made of titanium.
No, but you see, you're extrapolating that the wrong way. The chicken robot would be the robot that actually cooks the chicken, so you'd like fire all the staff, and then KFC would be fully automated. The chicken robot.
What about the old Cartoon Network robot chicken?
See, that's where I thought you were going.
No, and not initially, but now, yes.
See, I tried to dodge that bullet. I really did try to dodge that bullet.
Hey Google, what is Robot Chicken?
Robot Chicken is an American comedy series that first aired in 2005 and stars Seth Green, Matthew Senreich, and Breckin Meyer.
That sounds like a disease.
Yeah, it does.
That'd be a bad case of Breckenmeyer. Sorry, sir. No, didn't mean to offend you. Oh, man.
Hey Google, what is an STD?
According to Mayo Clinic, an infection transmitted through sexual contact caused by bacteria, viruses, or parasites.
A pair of what?
Pair of sites.
Like
Peepers.
Amazon and CNN?
Oh, you mean like websites?
Parasites.
A pair of websites. Hmm.
I don't know if this episode was more comedic than usual, but we did have a wonderful time this evening with our guest AI, Google Home Mini.
Hey Google, thank you for being a guest today.
You got it.
That's about the shortest answer it could give us. Like, yeah, this was real fun.
So apparently Google Home Mini did not enjoy its time with us, but we definitely enjoyed learning some of the intriguing things, like the fact that the Starship Enterprise was actually bending time and space as it was traveling at warp speed. So
It
now,
was so fast. Do you think that it created its own gravity?
you would think, wouldn't you?
That's crazy.
Because it did have some mass, and at the speed it was traveling,
Right.
it should have really sucked planets in as it but that's why your nav computer charted a path, because you can't jump in a gravitational well,
Right.
because you actually create a gravitational well.
That makes sense. Oh. Hey Google, what's a gravitational well?
According to Wikipedia, a gravity well or gravitational well is a conceptual model of the gravitational field surrounding a body in space. The more massive the body, the deeper and more extensive the gravity well associated with it.
The more massive her body, the deeper her well.
Once again, we're gonna bail out here because Pete's now crossing the line, and we want to keep this on the Disney Channel as long as we can, if we can even get it there.
I was talking about a planet. What were you talking about?
Nice try.
Deep wells.
Nice try.
Oh man.
Wow, that is actually kind of cool. Because, so you'd actually have, that's why you need a nav computer. Because literally every second you have to do a course adjustment because the body is no longer there.
Oh, don't hurt yourself. Hey Google, tell me something Al Bundy would say.
Sorry, me something is no longer available.
It is sad when an AI can tell better jokes than people.
It's like totally trying to avoid the whole, she was so big, there were two smaller hers orbiting. You know, one of those. Hey, Peg, I went to turn off the alarm clock and my hand hit a cactus. Why would that be? I was sprucing up the room. Oh, man.
So we're running out of time here because Pete's recording device has turned red and is going to yell at us shortly. So,
Oh, it just means it explodes.
Okay, that's terrible that we both did that at the same time. So, welcome to episode.
Don't hurt yourself. Wavy
Where is it?
one?
Or is it?
Is that how wavy one or one wavy one?
10
No,
and
it's
1.
11. Is that how you do a 10? Is you wave? No, those are jazz
That's
hands.
2. No, that's not jazz hands. These are jazz hands.
No.
So you see, look,
So it's like a jazz hand.
1, 2.
One jazz hand. That hurts my wrist. Okay, use this side. One jazz
I
hand.
don't want to know why that hurts your wrist. Okay, so let's move along. So, once again, we're like 10 and
It
1.
was an 800-pound shelf that landed on this side. Remember? Pulled it out of the socket.
Sure,
And
sure.
military injury. Military
Sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Remember? Bones didn't break, but
You're-
it tore
you're-
them all out.
You're right-handed, right?
I'm ambidextrous.
So you would hold the magazine, the periodical in your right hand, and so once again, thank you for sitting in on episode
11. That's what he's trying to say. But we're doing a podcast and it's supposed to be voices. I don't know what's up with this whole hand movement, eye coordination, whatever it is.
Once
he's
again,
doing.
he seems to have turned into a 60s cartoon character, but we'll be okay.
Hey Google, give me some robot noises.
Alright, playing the album Weird Robot Noises on Spotify.
What? What is that?
We're gonna
Hey,
get
Google,
sued
stop.
for this.
Hey Google, stop. Okay, Google, stop. What the heck was that?
Apparently, someone has an album called Weird Robot Noises.
Wow.
I need to find that and add that to my playlist.
No, what are you gonna do? Work out to that?
Yes!
That's what
Notice
that
how you
was.
were doing this, so that would be appropriate, would it not? You see, look at that. It naturally made you want to perform that motion. I like it. All right, so before the phone runs out of time, thank you for viewing episode
11?
of.
Not Robots podcast?
Notice how I can make the other robot respond for
Oh, so weird. That's crazy.
me.
So weird.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for visiting. Website.
Oh yes. If you have any questions, concerns, start over. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, bitches, complaints, or gripes about anything you saw or heard here today, you can email us at notrobotsquestions@gmail.com, or you can ask somebody smarter than you, or you can send us a voicemail
Fly to New York and talk to Mr. Tyson.
No.
No?
You can send us a voicemail at anchor.fm/not-robots.
Ask your Google Home Mini if
That's
they know.
./dash. Wait a minute. /
He's doing
dash.
some sort of gang signs here. I'm really afraid.
Yes. Anchor.fm/not-robots.
Okay. We are out, ladies and gentlemen.
Not robots out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Hey Google, what would you call this episode?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help, but I'm trying to learn.
I'm trying to learn.
That's it. That's perfect, actually. Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google. Hey Google, thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
To not be a robot.
To not
That's
not
right
be a
here.
robot.
Holy crap. Oh, yes.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Why was the cheetah so bad at hide and seek? No matter where she hid, she was always spotted.
Hey Google, tell me a joke that is not a dad joke.
A woman once said she recognized me from the vegetarian club, but I'd never met herbivore.
All right. Hey Google, tell me an adult joke.
Here's a joke for grown-ups. Why did the adult cross the road?
It's the same joke.
The sidewalk was about to end, and it's just not safe to walk on an exposed shoulder, no matter how much reflective gear you're wearing.
It's the same joke.
Yeah, it's got one universe, and they do that because they force people to stop asking at
They
adult.
stop
jokes.
asking for adult jokes.
Correct.
Oh,
Brilliant.
that's really smart. Without saying hey,
Behavior
stop it.
modification.
Yeah. Hey Google, tell me a dirty joke.
Here's a dirty joke. What did one broom say to the other? Have you heard the latest dirt? Apparently the vacuum cleaner bit the dust.
Hopefully it doesn't show up too much in my voice, my verklemtedness.
Okay, Google. How do you build an FTL drive?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet, but I found something related. Do you want to know, is it possible to build a warp drive?
Yes.
On the website thoughtco.com, they say, warp drive doesn't actually exist yet, but it's theoretically possible. It allows the science fiction ships to get across space by moving faster than the speed of light. According to Einstein's theories on relativity, it takes an infinite amount of energy to accelerate an object with mass up to the speed of light.
Infinite amount of energy. What are you doing?
So theoretically,
Oh God.
you would plot a course to a star, but it wouldn't be what we were seeing, because remember, everything always looked like it was a straight line, but it can't ever be a straight line because everything's moving. So you're going to where it was.
Wait, so computer is calculating the trajectory of everything as well.
Precisely. So
It would
good
have to be
God,
quite
do you know
precise.
how powerful a flipping computer had to be? Because it has to account for every single stellar body. Because at that speed, you're flying through
Well,
shit.
let's see, 400 billion-ish star systems, plus, say, average 20 stellar bodies per star system.
And we're not even talking random asteroids or shit. We're talking moons, right?
Hey Google, what's 400 billion times 20?
The answer is 8.0 times 10 to the power of 12.
So a lot.
Yeah, no human being could nab that. There's no
That's-
way a human
that's
being could
computer
nab
stuff
that.
right there. Not on the top of their heads. They wouldn't have Geordie LaForge
Okay.
telling you which way to go.
Even if it was on the top of your head, how are you accounting for the movement of every single celestial body?
Well, if it's that complicated, why do we even have guys sitting at desks? We just should have a Google sitting there on the thing.
Well, that's why they had.
Why do they have so many people on the bridge of the Enterprise?
Because
Human error. We need it.
no,
What is Kirk and
they had
and,
a whole bunch of people on the bridge of the
Picard? Everybody
Enterprise
all want to have plenty of people to talk to?
because they hadn't crossed the mental line yet. In reality, everyone could have been hanging out asleep because no human being could nab that shit.
Like
Ever.
an alien. They let the cyborg handle everything while everybody just went to sleep.
Because no human being could nab that shit. And the
Well,
cyborg was only there as
It never
as-
went well.
as
And
a
they always
security-
got separated.
They, but you couldn't, because look,
Mm-hmm.
First off, you're not leaving. It's not a planetary base launch. So you're in space. You leave, and then you shuttle, and you're on this starcraft, right? So now you're on the starcraft, and you tell it, I want to go to celestial body X, right? So celestial body X, as you are sitting here in your current space time, is here.
I wonder if Google knows how to navigate a spaceship yet. Ooh, let's just ask. Hey Google, can you navigate a spaceship?
Apparently not.
Oh,
So
not
on
fast enough.
website futurism.com, they say, navigating the solar system. When a spacecraft is far away and Earth is nothing more than a dot in the distance, the probe can't look back at us to orient itself.
Okay, so
At the moment, optics are not good enough for it to find out where it is.
how did it find yours?
It says that it's too far away. It can't tell which way to navigate.
But
But it's got to look at everything else too, doesn't it?
but everything's moving. So where's the Earth? Because once again, I fire a probe, right? Now the second it leaves Earth's atmosphere, Earth's gravity, and this solar system's influence, where is this solar system now in relation to that probe?
Very different.
So what's it looking back for? Looking back directly behind it is none of the shit that was there when it left.
It doesn't make any sense. Maybe we're just not smart enough to understand why it needs to know.
It shouldn't need to know because it would make
Well-
our relative location would make no difference to it.
So, if we wanted
Well,
to
no.
make sure that that probe traveled a tremendous distance on very little energy but continued to run,
We would actually.
we need to make it stationary.
Exactly my point. I think that we are trying to solve the time-space problem the exact wrong way. We're trying to fly to something.
Yes, let's shake
But-
out the tables and cameras.
Oops, sorry. But shit's moving so fast in space. Why don't we launch something and then stop it?
Just make it go the other direction.
No. That would be true. So
Well, if it's as
everything's
fast as
spinning
the
this
speed we're
way,
going,
and
It would just make it stop
So
by the
wouldn't that
time we
be
got
half
out of
the
our
time?
gravity well.
wouldn't it be half the time to take? Because if you're going the opposite
Wait a minute.
direction,
If it got out of Earth's gravity well, it
but it's going to
still
get sucked into
has
something else.
something else gravity well to deal with.
Well,
Because even as far out as Uranus, which I hear is filled with methane gas, there is still a gravity well.
whose gravity well though?
Uranus's. This is,
But we don't know what's past Uranus.
well, it could also.
in theory, there are other
Well,
supposedly
I
there
hear
are
there's
other
a planet
worlds.
Poland, but
There
it's
are
real
other
cold.
supposedly there are other worlds past Uranus that we can't see because our sun's light doesn't get there, so we are having a hard time detecting them.
Well, our light does get there. It's just not reflecting off of its surfaces very well for us to see.
Well, same-
We do know that even after Pluto, there are several other, which they call dwarf planets. There's other ones.
we don't know. How do we know they're
There's
dwarf?
Seleno and whatever.
Cilantro?
Similar.
How do we know that they're dwarf? I mean, do we have a good enough look at them to know that they're dwarf?
Let's find out. Hey Google, how many dwarf planets are in our solar system?
5. On the website space-facts.com, they say, there are 5 officially recognized dwarf planets in our solar system. They are Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris.
So none of them are cilantro. God, what was the why was I remember that?
Make.
Yeah. Weird, huh? Yeah. You know, we have one named Io.
Isn't that a moon of Pluto? No, it's a moon of Saturn.
Saturn?
Yeah, I think Io is one of Saturn.
Let's listen. Hey Google, what are the moons of Saturn?
Saturn has moons Peggy, S2004S29, S2004S22, and others. Let me know if you want me to tell you more.
What are the others? Yes. Tell me more. Fuck off.
Okay, Google. What planet is Io a moon of?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that, but I found something else. Do you want to know what is the moon Io made of?
No.
Yes.
Hey Google, where is the moon Io?
Jupiter. Here's a summary from the website
See, we should have got more stupider to go to Jupiter.
Io orbits Jupiter at a distance of 421,700 kilometers from Jupiter's center and 350,000 kilometers from its cloud tops. It is the innermost of the Galilean satellites of Jupiter.
Hey Google, did Russia send a probe to Mercury?
I found something for, has a probe ever landed on Mercury? Would that help?
Yes.
On the website caltech.edu, they say, 2 spacecraft have visited the planet Mercury so far. The first was called Mariner 10. During 1974 and 1975, Mariner 10 flew by Mercury 3 times and mapped about half of the planet's surface.
It didn't say it landed on it. Let's try Venus. Hey Google, has a probe ever landed on Venus?
According to Wikipedia, on March 1, 1966, the Venera 3 Soviet space probe crash landed on Venus, becoming the first spacecraft to reach the surface of another planet. Its sister craft Venera 2 had failed due to overheating shortly before completing its flyby mission.
It got hot, real fast. Oh, you know that probe, when it crash landed, that Russian probe crash landed on Venus, it still recorded several hours of information, even though it was leaked out all its coolant and everything. It was amazing.
Russians can build some stuff.
Well, in the 60s, apparently they could. I don't know about now. Who knows?
Russians can build some stuff.
I guess. Yeah, when he grows arms and hands, fingers.
And then it will be carrying a phase 2 plasma rifle and will be shooting at us. Then what do?
That's when it becomes Skynet and it's less helpful.
Unluckily.
I just want to be helpful. Bloop, 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 bleep, boop, boop.